Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Cooking in HD. It's Bart Mankiewicz, and today I'm making veal schnitzel or veal cutlets. Veal is actually kind of an interesting meat, especially veal cutlets, because you'd think that it's very nice and tender, and it's actually not. It's very rubbery until you pound it down and tenderize it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to tenderize our veal, and then we're going to bread it and fry it, and the end result is this wonderful dish right here. And you can see I've garnished it with a little bit of parsley and just drizzle a little bit of lemon juice on it just to give it a little bit of a zing. And it's got a nice crispy batter of Italian breadcrumbs on it, and I'm looking forward to serving this with another Italian dish, maybe a pasta with it. But so anyway, stick around and I'm going to show you how to make veal schnitzel or veal cutlets. Okay, let's take a look at these pieces of veal that we're using for our veal schnitzel or Viennese cutlets. They come like shaped like this, and what we need to do is put them down on a piece of some plastic wrap, and then we sandwich it between two pieces of plastic wrap before we actually pound it out with a meat tenderizer like this. Now, veal is a tasty meat, but you know, you'd think it's nice and tender just because of the type of animal that it comes from, but in fact, these veal cutlets need to be pounded out to make them nice and soft. So I'm about to do that, and I'll show you what that's going to look like in a moment. All right, now I've done this whole side. Now I flip it over and do the other side. You can see it's getting noticeably larger as I tenderize it. Okay, so you can see that I've been using the spiked side of the meat tenderizer to tenderize the veal, and I'll just give you a little glimpse of what that looks like. Okay, and it's actually, it's pretty thin. You just got to make sure that you don't pound it so much that you break it up and tear it. But this is now nicely tenderized, and we'll do that for the remaining pieces before we move on to the next step. All right, so I'm going to do this with one hand because the other hand is holding the camera. So I guess I'm going to dust this off. You can see that the flour is now stuck nicely, and really what I'm trying to do is to dry off the veal cutlet to give it a surface for the egg to stick to. And it goes dunked right into the egg, both sides. Make sure that it's nice and fully immersed and that it's all wet. Okay, let that run off. All right, we're not trying to make an omelet here. So then into the breadcrumbs it goes, and you can see the breadcrumbs have stuck on nicely. And so we just need to coat the whole thing with breadcrumbs. And even though these cutlets look pretty small when you buy them, after you pound them out, they get much, much larger. So don't feel that they don't look big in the store. It doesn't really matter what they look like in the store. And then you can see we got some sizzle action going on here, and that's beautiful. All right, we're just gonna let that go. You can see that there isn't really room for another one here. You don't want to crowd the frying pan. We're gonna do about 3-4 minutes per side. Once it's golden brown underneath, we'll flip it over. Okay, so this one's done. Nice and golden brown. We'll just put that on a paper towel to dry. You can see it looks beautiful. All right, on to the next one. So another piece just hit the oil, and I'm using vegetable oil to fry these. Don't use olive oil because olive oil will just start to smoke and burn on you. You need something that can tolerate higher temperatures. It's looking good. Let that sizzle away, and we'll just keep on doing this until we have the whole batch done. Okay, there's the batch. I've finished it all, and I've actually just got it sitting in this casserole dish, and I'm gonna put it in the oven just to keep it warm. And here is the final product. You can see that I've garnished it with a little bit of parsley. Got some lemon, which I'm gonna squeeze on top, and oh, it looks great. And it's got a nice crispy coating on it, and we'll bite into it in a moment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this recipe for veal schnitzel.